Hi there. It's been a few days since I posted a video, and I didn't mean to take a break, honestly. Like I was intending to just keep on posting videos, but clearly I haven't. And the reason I haven't is because of what's on screen right now. If you look over there, it's Wipeout Mega Collection. It's not a new game, but what is new is that the patch for the game for PlayStation VR had recently been released, and I wanted to try it out because Wipeout's cool, and I've become, I don't know, maybe a little bit addicted to it for the past few days, and haven't, I haven't really recorded anything. Pretty much any time I've spent playing video games has been spent playing this, so I haven't really done anything else. There's some vehicles down there. You see it down there. So I figured that probably, if this is the only thing I'm doing, I guess I'll do... I meant to do the April update video. Clearly I missed that. So I'll just do the April update video and do a demo friend of this game at the same time. So we'll talk about what's happening in April, or what's supposed to happen in April, if I can stop playing Wipeout. I haven't played Wipeout in a very long time. In many years, so I completely forgot everything about it, but it's really good. This game is really, really good. And if you have a PSVR, I think this is basically the best thing that has come out on it. It's definitely my favorite VR thing that I've played. What are we gonna do? Let's play some 2048. Let's do some of that. Might as well, let's just go through the beginning tracks, since I need to talk, and it'll be easier just to do the easier tracks while I'm talking. Motion sickness, you say? I don't want the safety the safeties. I got to take all safeties off. All motion sickness must be experienced. What it's talking about is this, headset settings. Oh, hold on. Settings are kind of weird. There's no explanation. It's all kind of minimal. Like it says headset settings. Large, small, off. Well, what do you want? What headset settings do you want? Do you want large, small, or off? They could have worded that better. Basically, what this does is it creates a canopy over your head when you're racing. And if you have motion sickness, that can help you with that, to have the canopy around you. But let's turn it all off. We're also locking camera to pilot, which is the most motion sickiest of all the viewpoints. But you play it long enough, and you need it. You need to lock the camera to the pilot. I'm sorry if I'm bumping into the microphone. I can't see it because I'm wearing a headset. Alright. Let's start off with my trusty 5-star. This is the default ship right here. I've unlocked a few more, but we'll just use this. 5-star. Alright, so what are we doing in April? Well, what did we do last month? Is what I should start with. Last month, we completed Let's Catch. People seem to like that. It's a weirdly touching story. Very simple, very polished game for what it is. Completely unexpected for what you might want. And here we are in the cockpit. There are the controls. They're my arms. Here's like my torso, my shoulders. Like I can look behind me. Oh, here, there's a seat. There's stuff happening outside. People watching the race. Ooh, anti-gravity transport for the masses. That's what we're riding. Real replicants. Branded for your race experience. Don't want those fake replicants now. Don't want them. Alright, let's begin. Oh, I thought I turned that off. That's the canopy. Why did that turn on? I must have not actually confirmed the options. Well, anyway, what you're seeing above me right there, that's the motion sickness thing. Where you get motion sick, turn this on, it'll help you out. Oh, getting in my way. Anyway, what am I thinking about? Not thinking about Queen's Mall. What I'm thinking about is, yeah, we completed Let's Catch. Like I said, touching story. Very simple game, very polished, a very surprising thing to find on WiiWare. Of course, we found it due to doing videos on the Wii Shop closure. And Let's Catch stood out as a game that I wanted to see more of, and you wanted to see more of it too. You were saying that you wanted to see where that was going to go. Because, man, that... You start playing catch, and then the kid starts talking about his problems at home, and how his father... hold on. Barrel roll. There we go. I boost when I do the barrel roll, when I hit the ground. I don't know why that happens. Like, I spin in the air, and that means that I go faster when I hit the ground. But we're not looking for realism here now, are we? No, we're not. That's just how it happens. So yeah, Let's Catch. Like, Yudo starts telling you about the problems with his dad, and you don't expect that from this game about playing catch in the park, and then you say, well, I have to play more. I have to see where this goes, because this is unexpected. And, you know, I think it lived up to expectations as we saved the world, saved humanity from the threat of alien eradication through the power of friendship by playing catch in the park. Oh, by the way, if my voice sounds nasally, I'm not sick or anything. It's just that the PSVR helmet, you know, it puts a little weight down on your nose. So my voice may sound a little nasal. Let's roll. Roll again. I take a little damage every time I do that, but I get some speed. Yeah, so I really enjoyed Let's Catch. That was a big surprise. And I'm glad that people found it interesting to watch, because you don't know how really that's going to go. You know, you say, well, I'm going to play this game where the only gameplay is throwing this ball back and forth to relaxing music while characters talk at me about their problems. Are people going to like watching that? Is that going to be entertaining? Yeah, it turns out it was. So I'm glad I did that. What else we've been doing is we, of course, have been playing Nier Automata. That has been the long-term game. And that continues on into April. We're on... last part, I think, was part 25. And we have not reached an ending, as there are multiple endings that we will be doing. But, of course, I know the reason is that I have been doing all kinds of side quests.
Race complete.
There we go. And I know I haven't had to do all the side quests. It's just, they're there, and I want to do them.
Elite Pass, first place.
And I've been having fun doing them. I think it's a really fun game, a really well-made game. It just feels good to play. And I'm enjoying the writing, the story, and the humor. If I knew how side quest heavy this game was when I started it, I probably would have wanted to think of how to format these gameplay sessions, format the videos, so that there would be more of like here's one video about one side quest. We start at the beginning by starting the side quest. At the end of the video, we end the side quest. And in that way, you can have like some definite progression from the beginning to the end of the video, and each video would be distinct from each other. Like, I'm thinking that if I knew how side quest heavy it was, I probably would have wanted to format this playthrough in that way. But too late for that now. We already started. And we'll, like I said, we'll keep going until it's over, however long that takes. I'm not in a rush. I don't know if I'll do all the side quests, because some of them might be out of the way, some of them might take a long time. But as for right now, I'm just doing whatever comes up. Whatever comes up. Oh, I forgot to turn off the canopy. That's going to appear now. I need to go into the options and turn that off. I mean, it feels kind of neat being in like your little hidey hole in the ship here, with the canopy over your head, but we want to get as motion sick as possible. I want to look straight up and be able to see the sky over my head. Can't do that with this canopy up. It is Wipeout, so we do have weapons. Didn't need to use any weapons in the first round, first race. But I'm in first now, so I probably won't need to use any weapons. I should probably just get rid of my front-facing weapons so I can pick up some rear ones, like mines or whatnot. Yeah, so Nier's continuing. I hope... I'm not picking up any rear ones. Well, like I said, Nier's continuing, and I know that's taking a long time, but I hope that you're keeping up. I hope you're enjoying it. Because I like playing it. And, you know, we'll just see where that story goes. What else are we doing? Oh yeah, the Wii videos. I did mention that we had completed those. Wii videos, the Wii Shop, over and done with. And I'm glad I did those. Because it's interesting when you look through a shop like that not a lot of people are thinking about, that had, you know, its own types of digital games that weren't huge, you know, that wasn't like the big shop that took off like PSN or Xbox Live. It's interesting to just go through that and see what was there, what were the gems, and, you know, some that were not so gems. And I bought a lot of good games in the end, like a lot of games that I'm glad that I have now as the shop is going down. Some games I wouldn't have known of if people hadn't mentioned them. Because I was looking at the comments as that was going on.
Race complete.
But those are over with now. And since those are over with, that means that on Saturdays I'll go back to, you know, posting things like demo friends or free shorties. Or let's get back to the Xbox One with the Xbox Creators Collection. Let's see, time trial. Let's do the actual races. Those are more interesting, I think, having other racers on the track.
AG system speed.
Right, so we haven't done the Xbox One in a while, the Xbox Creators Collection. So I guess we'll go back to that, take a look at another batch of games from that, see what's going on, what's happening there with those indie games. I hope a lot. I hope a lot of good games have been posted on there. Well, I guess we'll find out. That balloon up there looks like a cat. I don't know why that's there. I guess you don't need an excuse to have a giant balloon that looks like a cat. Like, if you have that, no one's going to ask, why do you have that? They're just going to say, cool balloon. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. Hold on. I keep forgetting to turn that off. And I'll forget again if I don't do it now. Let's just do this. Did I turn it off? Yeah, it's off now. Okay.
AG Systems. So
what else we doing? Well, of course, there's Remothered, Tormented Fathers, the horror extravaganza that we've been playing about Dr. Reed, if that is her real name, breaking into a house, trying to find out what happened to Richard's daughter. All right, so now there's not going to be any canopy. I can just look straight up above me. Oh, there we go. So all motion sickness safeties are off. Whoop. Slowed myself down. Ugh, got slowed down by a rocket. Autopilot turned off. Wasn't paying attention. Got another autopilot though. I should go up that ramp. It's a little bit faster.
Final lap.
Oh, got back to first place. Wasn't last for some of that.
Elite Pass, first place.
That's what was I talking about? Yeah, Remothered. Well, I mean, you've seen it. You've been watching Remothered. You know what it's all about. I don't need to talk about it to you. We're sneaking around this dark house belonging to this guy who doesn't want us there. But we don't care that he doesn't want us there. We're just continuing to sneak.
Kyrex speed.
Sneak and peek. Trying to find out what happened to the missing daughter. And the plot gets all, convoluted and such. And, we'll continue doing that. We'll continue with that. Continue to sneak around a dark house, being chased by a nun, talking about us being a heretic and all that. She's not a fan of the heretics. I mean, I guess nuns in general are not, but most of them don't try to kill you. As far as I know. I don't think most of them try to kill you with, like, a... Her sword, like, looks like a spine. I don't know if I'm seeing that right, but it looks like a straightened out spine. So, sometimes you just gotta play a game that the reaction that people have is, I can't believe how bad this game is. And that's what we're getting with Remothered. Though some people are having the reaction of, it's not so bad. It's, it has its positive points. And yeah, in some ways, it is surprisingly well made for what a, trashy horror game it is. It's like Nightcry was both trashy and terribly made, but Remothered actually had some skill put into certain aspects of it. So, of course, we're continuing that for as long as that will take. Oh, ran into that guy with my boost. I lose some health every time I do that. So I probably shouldn't do that all the time. The barrel roll, I mean.
Plasma.
Whoop, slowed myself down. But it doesn't look like anyone's coming up behind me.
Plasma. Cannon. Gladius. Shield active.
Cannon.
Cannon. Mines.
Alright, so As you know, the two games that are alternating right now on alternating days, Remothered and Nier Automata, two games of greatly varying quality. Just like complete opposites on the quality spectrum. Also on the length spectrum, as Remothered will be much shorter. I expect that Remothered will end in the middle of this month. And then at that point, I'll have to work out what is coming next, and I have some ideas on what will be coming after that. But there's enough time that things could change. So by the time we get to the middle of April, well, maybe a little after the middle of April, because I haven't been posting anything this week so far.
Elite Pass, first place.
Probably like sometime a little bit after the middle of April, will probably come to an end with Remothered. And then we'll move on to... You know, we'll see. There are different options I have. I have an option that is pretty much as trashy as Remothered, so maybe we might go to that. Thinking about it. We'll see how it goes. Probably want to try it before I confirm to myself whether or not I want to do that one.
Piranha Agility.
So we'll see about that. Let's see. Anything else that we're doing, that we're talking about right now? Let me just pull my headset off a little bit, because I did make a list of a few points I wanted to mention. Pulling it off. Okay. I wanted to mention Nier, I did. Let's Catch, Wii Shop, Remothered. Okay, yeah. So I'm sure, as you know, you saw the April 1st video of the piano thing. Quite actually a fair response of people asking to do that for real, which is funny. So now I'm thinking about that, whether or not I want to do that, or if I did, what form would that be? Because I mean, clearly the piano video was a joke, and I'm not exactly trying to play the piano there. Just sort of banging the keys, banging my way through the first chapter of that educational software. So I'm thinking about if I should actually do it for real, because I do have some interest in trying to learn the piano. It is something I've thought about from time to time over the years. I just never actually have gotten to it because, well, obviously that is a big time investment. So, you know, I think about things like, do I actually have the time to invest in trying to do that? Even though I'd like to do it. I wonder. Oh, I hit the sign on my way down.
Shield. Shield active. Shield.
Cannon. Missile. Cannon. Mines.
Autopilot. Autopilot engaged.
Missile.
Disengaging. Shield.
There's a little shortcut that I keep missing there.
Shield active.
But I am kind of wondering that if I were to do those piano videos, like, what would it actually be? Would I just be LPing the educational software? LP, so to speak? You're not like playing a game. I don't know. I wonder if if the company that makes that software, eMedia, if, you know, they happen to come across videos of someone just playing the whole thing on YouTube, I wonder if they would have an issue with that. Because it's not a game, you know. It is supposed to be something that you're paying for. Well, I mean, you are supposed to be paying for games, but it's the general opinion of, you know, the video games business that, hey, doing this stuff is good for business. You know, putting up with Let's Players is what I mean.
Rockets.
Got to put up with them to get the, you know, to get people seeing your game,
Shield.
even if you might not actually like people playing your whole game online. I mean, it's the sort of thing you have to, it's just part of the business now.
Autopilot.
Missile.
For a company that's not in video games, but rather is making educational software, I don't know if they would be as accepting as that. So that's something that I'm wondering about. But that's not necessarily like a deal breaker.
Race complete.
I'm sure there would be other ways to do that sort of piano video. I just have to think about what the format would be.
First place.
Or, you know, would it keep our interest for the entire time? You know, how long would it be before that kind of thing would get old? You know, I'm not just talking about me, but also you watching the videos. You know, that's sort of the thing I would wonder about, the longevity of that kind of thing. Like I said in the April 1st video, I said, oh, how long do you think it would take to master the piano? Surely this will be hundreds of videos. And that's a joke, but it's also not a joke, because that would also actually be pretty true, wouldn't it? It would actually be hundreds of videos, so I kind of wonder if that is a thing that I should commit myself to. I don't know. We're in the year 2050 here. Let's do this one. This is a pretty fun race.
AG system speed.
And as far as April 1st videos go, you know, I think that's going to be the playlist of old videos I make for this month. This was, I guess, the third April 1st video I've done. The previous two being the previous two last year's, where the first one was an ASMR video of playing Illbleed, and the second one was SGF After Dark, where I play Farnham Fables, a very erotic game. So I guess I'll make a playlist for the April 1st videos so you can see those previous two if you have not. Big drop. Yeah, my stomach actually does drop a little bit when taking the big drop there. It's a pretty neat effect.
Shield. Shield active.
I probably should not have done the barrel roll right there. But here, he can.
Missile.
Contender eliminated.
Oh, someone got blowed up. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I took that turn too late, came to just a complete stop.
Missile. Focus. Missile. Mines.
Autopilot. Autopilot engaged.
I'm just bouncing off the walls here.
Missile. Cannon. Plasma.
I'm not sure I got back into first place. I wasn't doing well there.
Cannon. Missile. Plasma. Shield.
Race complete.
I probably should talk about the game itself when I'm playing here. And you might wonder, how good is the VR effect? And the answer is very good. It's among the best of VR effect I've seen so far. A lot of that has to do with, well, one, you know, it's a cockpit-based game, so, you know, you're sitting down while you're playing the game, as opposed to some other games where your character is standing up, so it would help your own immersion to stand up. In this one, you're just sitting down, and you're in a moving vehicle. There's also a lot of movement in terms of, well, based on the track, a lot of movement in terms of, you know, looking up to see what's coming, or looking to your left or to your right. It really is an extremely good VR implementation of Wipeout. And I mean, the game itself is really fun. I mean, that wouldn't mean a whole lot if the game itself wasn't worth playing, but the game itself is really, really good.
First place.
And like I said, it's been my favorite VR thing that I've done so far. Oh yeah, here's a good track.
5R speed.
So this is a track where we're like high up in the sky over a city, and the track is like see-through. So you're like, you can see the buildings below you, and there are no safety rails. Like you see the track goes like up and to the left there. Well, I went off the track, and it just kind of warped me back to where I left off. And is it weird that I kind of wish that... Yeah, you see that kind of brings me back there. Is it weird that I wish that it didn't do that, that it just made you fall the whole way down? Like, it would take a while to fall the whole way down. But I kind of wish it would just... It just made you do that, instead of teleporting you back onto the track.
Mines.
Contender eliminated.
Rockets.
What? Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I thought I activated autopilot. I did not.
Final lap.
Rockets. Missile.
Probably shouldn't have used turbo right there. keep falling off the track. This was a bad place to respawn. Okay, there we go. I was doing pretty well, but now I'm in last place. Because of my constant deaths. So it's funny, like the thing that I've looked at for PSVR previously was accounting, which is like the polar opposite of this. You know, accounting is just this really sort of, it's just a thing where you stand around and people yell at you and it's just weird, and this is like just the complete opposite in terms of being, you know, a video game. And it's a really good video game. Why don't we also do, like, maybe an online race, if anyone's on. Didn't see many people on this before. Let's see. How many... Race in progress. Two out of 8 people waiting here. Oh, let's join this game. Yeah, not a whole lot of people playing online. I guess this game just, I don't know, maybe not very popular. Maybe, I don't know how well it's sold. But certainly very few people playing online, at least today.
Oricon.
Yeah, you saw that there were only 2 races happening in this region. This has 4. I think the other one had 4. Oh, 2 of them are listed as currently racing, so I guess we're gonna have to wait for that race to end. We might as well just hang out here, and instead of seeing if the other one is complete. Right, so like I said about April Fool's videos, I'll make a playlist for that. Though as far as whether or not the piano video does stay an April 1st video, or whether or not I'll continue on with trying to do that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to think about how I might want to do it. But of course, what I do know that we're going to do is I do know that we're continuing Nier, we're continuing Remothered, going to do some Xbox Creators Collection stuff, and I'll start preparing for whatever might come after Remothered. So, I mean, so far, like, in the past number of months, the format that I've had has been having one lengthy game going on, and then at the same time also having a short game going on. And I think that format has been working pretty well. I think that's been working okay. But we'll see if anything changes as time goes on, as we go on later into the year. You know, it's like I said before that, you know, nothing's really permanent. I'll do something that feels good, that feels like I should be doing it right now, and then later on I'll feel like I'll change my mind and want to do something else instead. So as far as whether or not this current format will stick around, or maybe it'll change completely, who can say? I can't say. Who knows, maybe I'll just change my mind tomorrow about all this. But as for today goes, this is what I'm thinking about. Well, it looks like this race is almost over. Returning to lobby. Okay, they're coming back. Taking a while for them to return to the lobby, though. You know what would make this game better? If it had music from Wipeout 1. Because I still really like Cold Storage's tracks from the original Wipeout. That is still really good music. Alright. They're back. Though someone did leave. So now we're down to 3. And here we go. He got far ahead. I don't even see him. I'm looking ahead on the track, and I don't see anything. How do you do that? Maybe he got maybe the power up he got was speed boost, turbo. I mean. He is nowhere in sight. Oh, but someone's coming up behind me. Hit me with the quake.
Plasma. Final lap.
Launch beam. Missile. Shield. Launch beam.
You might expect that this game is a bit more exciting when you have a full-up race.
Race complete. Second
As it was, there was only 3 of us. Wow, you got here 13 seconds before I did. How'd you get here so fast? But yeah, I mean, the most exciting races is when you do have a full-up thing, and you're all sort of clustered together. And then you're picking up weapons and shooting them at each other, is when this game starts to get really intense.
Paramount.
That guy is level 32, so clearly he is playing online a lot. Missed that high one. Forgot about that. Probably wanted to get that one. And there he goes. How is he so fast? Like, consistently fast. Slowed me down by hitting me with a rocket. That was the problem with going in front of him. Up here!
Final lap.
He's still got ahead. Yeah, once he pulls ahead, I can't catch up with him.
Race complete. Second place.
It was better this time. It was only like 3 seconds behind. This has the fastest top speed of anything available here. Let's see how this does. By the way, this game is not VR exclusive, mind you. You can play it without VR, it's just that it recently got its VR patch. Just in case if I didn't make that clear.
Missile. Turbo. Mines. Turbo.
Turned too hard.
Shield. Bomb.
Mines.
Got me with the mines.
Autopilot. Autopilot engaged.
Final lap.
Disengaging. Shield. Autopilot. Autopilot engaged. Disengaging. Missile. Rockets.
Race complete.
Yeah.
Second place.
Once he pulls ahead, I just don't see him anymore. Got a trophy for something. That's probably just a number of races done. It says fastest top speed, but clearly he's going faster. Alright, maybe we'll just try one more. But you know, I say that. I always say maybe just one more, and then it just like ends up not being one more.
AG Systems.
Just ends up being several more, and then just ends up being hours more. And that's kind of what I've been doing for the past few days. It just sort of ends up like this. So like I said, I figured that if that's what I'm doing right now, I might as well just tie that into the update video and just talk about what's going on while I'm playing this, if I was going to be playing this anyway. Okay, one more race and then we'll end the video. We'll see how this goes. Oh, got me with the mines. Right off the bat.
Shit. Missile. Rockets. Shit. Missile.
Oh, shot me off the track.
Cannon.
Final lap.
Turbo.
I'm not surprised, of course, that I do not even see him anywhere.
Race complete. Second place.
13 seconds ahead, huh? Alright, so clearly NX-01 Star Class a lot better at this game than I am. Well, that's it for Wipeout Omega Collection VR Edition. Available now. Well, the game has been available for quite a while, but the VR patch is now available. And like I said, it's really good. And my favorite thing that I've done in VR so far. So, yeah, I'll leave the game. Maybe I'll run into Starfighter at another time when I try another online game. For right now, that's been Wipeout Omega Collection, combined with talking about the channel for the April update. Hopefully, I'll be able to take the headset off at some point and go back to making the videos that I've been supposed to have been making, but haven't been, because I've been playing this. But hopefully I'll get back to it. Then we'll continue on for videos for April.